Welcome back. Despite strong opposition from Democrats and even some Republicans, Betsy DeVos is one step closer now to becoming the nation's next education secretary.
Today, senators voted 52-48 to cut off debate on the issue further, setting the stage for a final confirmation vote next week. DeVos is a billionaire Republican donor and school choice activist. President Donald Trump's nominee has spent more than 2 decades promoting charter schools across the country. Her nomination has come under fierce criticism from labor unions who accuse her of seeking to dismantle public education. And Betsy DeVos's nomination is now sparking debate here on the Suncoast. ABC 7's Kate Flexter joins us with a look at that conversation and reaction from educators. Kate.
Thanks, Haley. A local teachers union says DeVos simply isn't qualified for the job, but others say she would bring a fresh approach.
The motion is agreed to.
A major hurdle cleared for Education Secretary nominee Betsy DeVos, one of the most controversial of Trump's nominees, only adding to the rift in Congress.
The nominee for the Secretary of Education is one of the worst nominees that has ever been brought before this body.
She'll be an excellent education secretary in my judgment, and an important one for this country.
DeVos has come under fire from Democrats and Republicans for statements made during her confirmation hearing last month.
Thanks for that question.
As well as her stance on charter and public schools. Some worrying she may redirect taxpayer dollars from public schools to charter schools and private school vouchers. President of the Sarasota Classified Teachers Association, Patricia Gardner, says DeVos's actions speak to a lack of experience.
I really do not think she's qualified to be running K-12 education.
And says education should not be a political issue.
I think it's a shame that it's become partisan and it's not about kids anymore, it's about political parties.
But president of Sarasota's Republican Club, Rod Thompson, says education is inherently a partisan issue.
If you have government-run things, there's going to be partisan issues involved with it. There's no two ways around it, period.
Thompson says DeVos would bring a new and fresh vision to the job.
Nothing's going to change if they bring in somebody else who's just like everybody else that they've had at the Department of Education. Nothing's going to change. We need somebody definitely outside the establishment, almost like we probably needed a president outside the establishment, to sort of shake things up.
But Gardner says this nomination sends a clear message to educators.
If you feel that way about education and educators, that you would pick somebody who doesn't even know anything, that tells me you don't care. You really don't care about K-12 schools.
The final confirmation vote is expected this Monday. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Kate. President Trump will make his first official visit to U.S. Central Command next week. White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer announcing today that the president will visit MacDill Air Force Base on Monday. No other details on the visit have been released. CENTCOM at MacDill is responsible for overseeing counterterrorism operations. House Republicans and Democrats are pleading with President Trump to make an exception to his refugee and immigration ban for those who aided U.S. forces in the fight against terror. In a letter to the president this week, the 16 lawmakers also sought special consideration for children from war-torn regions in need of life-saving surgery. The lawmakers say they're motivated to help those who valiantly fought alongside U.S. armed forces, and their concern is for suffering children.
While cities across the country are dubbing themselves sanctuaries for people who are in the country illegally, some students at the University of Florida are pushing for their school to become a sanctuary campus. More than 1,000 students at UF have already signed a Change.org petition. One of the creators of that petition, Christian Tirado, says he started the effort knowing it would pick up in popularity quickly. But what does becoming a sanctuary campus actually mean? Well, Tirado says if it happens, UF would not comply with agencies like Customs Enforcement unless required by federal law. He says it's something he feels is important because to him it's what America is all about. But other students disagree and are worried making the campus a sanctuary could actually divide people more.
We are a country that accepts the tired, the poor, the huddled masses of the world, those who look for refuge.
It could cause a potential rift in the campus or on campus with other students who don't feel comfortable with illegal immigrants being in that sanctuary campus sort of situation.
Students signing the petition are hoping to get the UF president, Kent Fox's, attention. And a similar effort to establish New College of Florida as a sanctuary campus was started in November of last year, but after meeting with administration, it was determined students are protected by federal law and no changes were made at that time.
And what a beautiful evening it is to have music on Main in Lakewood Ranch.
Yep, and Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan picked a great night to be out there for this family-friendly event. Bob?
Oh, I'll tell you, this is a fantastic night, one of the best nights ever right here. And joining me now live is Jimmy Lally, right?
That's right.
And Jimmy, I remember a long time ago I did something up here. What was it?
Oh, yeah, you wanted to play with my guitar and dropped it?
That was live on stage. It was one of your best guitars.
Fantastic. Too. It was, yeah, memorable occasion.
But you still perform quite yes. Nicely. Karen and Jimmy Band tonight, what are you guys playing?
We play all kinds of music for everybody. We just have a good time, make sure the crowd just had laughs, dances, carries on, and stomps her feet, claps her hands, everything.
This is one of the biggest stages I've seen set up here.
Yeah, I guess they knew we were coming. We have a lot of stuff.
It's good. A lot of people are crowded right now, I'll tell you what. And the band's here playing tonight. You kind of emerged too, right?
Yeah, I used to have a band called Shotgun Justice, and my wife Karen had Karen and the Big Bad Wolves. We decided to merge and start a whole new band, and it's been going fantastic all over the southwest coast of Florida.
So you got to love Lakewood Ranch too. You got your cousin Vinny down there from New Jersey.
My cousin Gary owns Main Street Trattoria, the best Italian food that you've ever had.
Yeah, we're going to check some of that out later. A lot of people are already checking out some of the food. Thank you very much. Yeah. Appreciate it, Jimmy. Good seeing you. Good playing tonight. I look forward to listening to it. I'm going to try and get up and sing a little bit, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he laughed. You know, the weather is absolutely outstanding. Obviously, mostly fair skies. Not much to talk about. It's going to be just gorgeous overnight. We'll have the complete weekend weather and let you know about our next chance of rain coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Bob. One of the world's most famous museums, the Louvre in Paris, is closed today after a man with a machete was shot down. A man wearing two backpacks lunged at a group of soldiers and guards. Witnesses say the attacker was wielding a machete and yelling, "God is great" in Arabic. One of the soldiers fired 5 shots, wounding the man, and he is now in custody. The French president says there's no doubt that the attack was of terrorist nature and is launching an investigation. 2 French officials close to the investigation say that several police raids are now underway in the French capital.
It happened very fast. Really, it all went quickly. Everyone was panicking. We thought of our lives. We saw death coming for us with everything that's been happening at the moment. We were very, very scared.
French police union officials say the Louvre attacker is believed to be an Egyptian national. The museum is expected to reopen tomorrow.
The notorious Mexican drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman appearing in a federal court in New York today. He's believed to be the mastermind behind a massive drug operation that held power through kidnapping and murder and is now facing 17 criminal counts. ABC's Lana Zak has the developments with his case.
The Brooklyn Bridge was partially shut down as Joaquin El Chapo Guzman was transported from his solitary prison cell to a federal courtroom. Security a top concern for the drug lord, who has twice escaped from maximum security Mexican prisons, most recently slipping out through a hole in the floor into an elaborate tunnel. Now here in New York, authorities are taking no chances. Strict security provisions, his defense team spelling them out.
He's locked in a cell for 23 hours a day. He's only permitted out to speak to limited members of our office and 1 hour of exercise a day.
His only visitors, his lawyers.
Part of the argument from the defense is that they need more people available to see him if they're going to prepare a proper defense, including fluent Spanish speakers.
Another person hoping to see Guzman, his wife, a former beauty queen. He smiled at her in court. The two have not been permitted to talk on the phone since he was extradited to the U.S. about 2 weeks ago. His court-appointed lawyers argued that the restrictions on him have been excessive. But the prosecutors questioned if that taxpayer-funded public defense team is appropriate for the drug kingpin, believed to be worth more than $1 billion.
They say he can hire his own lawyer. The defense said he doesn't have any access to his money. The judge said maybe his family can do it for him.
In fact, Guzman was once included on Forbes magazine's list of the world's billionaires, and the United States government is asking for $14 billion in restitution. Lana Zak, ABC News, New York.
A follow-up now on the problems exposed at Delaware's largest prison. Earlier this week, inmates at the James T. Vaughn Correctional Center took 4 workers hostage. 1 worker was killed in the standoff. The Delaware State Conference of the NAACP wants to work with state corrections officers to resolve the issues that were highlighted by the inmates who took the workers hostage. Corrections officials say they are hoping new policies and procedures can be put in place to protect staff members and address inmates' concerns.
The man accused of going on a shooting rampage at the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport is apparently not taking his medication. During a hearing today, a judge said that Esteban Santiago is unwilling to take psychotropic drugs at a Miami detention center. Santiago is being held on a 22-count federal indictment charging him with killing 5 people and wounding 6 others at the airport on January 6th. The nature of Santiago's mental condition has not been disclosed, but the FBI has said Santiago has complained of hearing voices and government mind control. He has also claimed inspiration for the shooting came from the Islamic State extremists. Still to come in your Suncoast News, a major recall for Nissan owners.
Why manufacturers say rolling down your window could be dangerous to drivers and their passengers.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Maine. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
Ideologue. I am an originalist.
How hard is it to stop a stroke? It is challenging, it is difficult, and every second counts. A comprehensive stroke center gives the patient a better chance to walk out with minimal to no disability. We are able to offer treatments above and beyond the standard 3 hours after the onset of a stroke. A place like Sarasota Memorial Hospital really increases those chances of giving back a better quality of life.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Winter White event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at CaliforniaClosets.com.
If you're driving a newer Nissan Altima, you may want to avoid opening a rear window. The automaker is recalling more than 341,000 of its midsize cars because the doors can open if a rear window is lowered. The flaw is caused when the latch and lock cable in the car is not routed properly at the factory. The recall covers Altimas from 2015 through 2017. Dealers will modify the doors to make sure those cables are installed properly. Owners will be notified within the next 2 months. BMW is recalling more than 230,000 cars and SUVs to replace potentially dangerous Takata airbag inflators. The recall covers certain 3 Series and 5 Series cars from 2000 to 2002 and some X5 SUVs from 2001 to 2003. Those Takata inflators can explode with too much force and shoot shrapnel into drivers and passengers. At least 16 deaths and more than 180 injuries have been blamed on the problem. Dealers will replace the inflators if they are made by Takata.
A new report from the U.S. Department of Labor says the country added 227,000 jobs in January. That's a bit higher than the job increase of 157,000 in December. But despite the job gain, the numbers show that the unemployment rate rose a bit to 4.8%. This is the first jobs report released under the Trump administration. However, the jobs survey was conducted while President Obama was still in office. President Trump has pledged to create 25 million new jobs over the next 10 years. And now the Suncoast Traffic Watch. Drivers continue to see some big delays along I-75. That's because of an accident near University Parkway. That accident is delaying both the southbound and northbound drivers. And now we're going to check back in with Bob. He is out at Music on Main in Lakewood Ranch, and things are really hopping, and the weather is perfection, Bob.
Yeah, there's no other word. It is perfect out there. I'll tell you, Haley, it has been beautiful today. And speaking of traffic, it took me an hour to get out here. You know, people are in town right now, up and down West Central Florida, because of this gorgeous weather we're seeing. It took me an hour from Northwest Bradenton to get here to Lakewood Ranch. 73 right now. We have clear skies. I just want people to know that. You got to take it easy out there. There's a lot of crazy drivers. I tell you, as far as the high goes, 76. No rainfall report. This morning's low was 54. And the average high 72. No, we're expecting some rain maybe on Thursday, but that rain chance is very small. Temperatures across the state, cooler over the panhandle, warmer down south as you would expect. It's starting to cool down here a little bit as sun is getting to set in just a few minutes from now. And we're looking for a gorgeous sunset tonight. Be sure to send those pictures in to pics@mysuncoast.com. Temperatures near the coast are fairly mild, in fact, right now. We're looking at temperatures into the upper 60s to low 70s now. And it looks as though we will continue to see temperatures warm above average riding in through the weekend and beyond. There's no real threat of any significant cold weather headed our way anytime soon. And the hourly forecast looks good for Saturday. Boy, if you have any outdoor plans, not a problem at all. Temperatures in the mid-70s by midday. Futurecast shows this front coming down. The front then weakens and fades away over north central Florida. Now, it may increase a little bit of cloudiness here, but not much. We're going to see a little bit of increase in clouds, but we'll still see lots of sunshine out there. No threat of rainfall. Maybe the East Coast picks up a shower or two, but they too are going to be okay as far as that goes. Now, as I alluded to, the next chance for shower will be out maybe Thursday of next week. The radar picture and satellite showing some showers off west as the winter continues to rage out there. Fairly quiet across the eastern two-thirds of the nation right now, with the exception of a few lake effect snows. Watching and warnings showing lots of those out west and into the Washington, Oregon, California, spreading off to Idaho and into Montana. Now, for us, no watches or warnings here, and boating weather looks absolutely outstanding for us tomorrow as high pressure continues to dominate. Temperatures, get a look at those. Cold weather continues over much of the northern plains states, upper Great Lakes, and not only that, the temperatures down in the 20s in places like Chicago and Detroit and Minneapolis, but the feels-like temperature much colder into the teens and 20s in places like Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit, Toronto. Get a look at that. Wind chill in Toronto right now, 4. So if you're from Canada, you're very happy to be outdoors in a short sleeve shirt right here at Lakewood Ranch, enjoying some great music. I mean, how can you beat this? It's unbelievable. We are looking at fair skies, too, to stay with us for some time. Beach and boating forecast. Boaters beware. Winds will be a little bit brisk to start the day off at 15 knots, but subside 5 to 10 later on in the morning and continuing the afternoon. Seas running generally 2 feet or less, and we'll see a light to moderate chop on bays and inland waters. As far as the water temperature goes, it's still pretty mild for this time of year, 67. Typically, it's usually in the upper 50s for this time of year. UV index will be high at 10. Now, the tides upcoming on your screen, you see them right there. The next tide is a low tide, and then we'll see again another nice day tomorrow. So tonight, mostly fair skies expected. Generally fair, low temperatures above average in the mid to upper 50s for the most part. And then tomorrow, we're calling for sunshine with some mixture of clouds at times throughout the day. Well, a little fog in the morning will burn off. The extended forecast is calling for gorgeous weather on Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday we start to see increasing clouds, and Thursday a slight, ever so slight chance for a few showers. Well, this week, instead of gone fishing, I've gone flying to the wild blue yonder. Here's more.
Every Thursday, a group of pilots gather in the morning at the Venice Municipal Airport to do lunch. Not here, but at various locations across the Sunshine State. The group is known as the VNR Lunch Bunch, and there were a bunch of them today. In fact, 18. There's a quick briefing and then a little weather update, which I handled.
Forecast today, big storms, tornado watch.
In reality, the weather was absolutely perfect. The planes come in all shapes and sizes, like this experimental Seawind 3000. And so do the passengers, like Bear, the Labradoo.
Oh, yeah?
He's 3. He's been flying with me since he's the pup.
He's logged a lot of hours with Commander John Parks and seems to enjoy it. And so did I, as John Mokel let me take the yoke once we took off on his Cherokee Arrow. We reached speeds up to 175, catching beautiful sights like this orange grove and Lake Placid as we made our way to
midfield, left downwind, that's Toby. Okeechobee Hotel on track goes 5 miles.
Joe Dirta, or better known as Trapper, whose real job is flying for Delta, guided his vintage World War II plane to a stop and said this.
Cold.
Cold? Was it really?
Nice ride, though.
Once there, it was time for a quick bite at the appropriately named landing strip. And then it was time to go. And on our way back, a picturesque shot of one of the guys flying on our right as we made our way back to Venice.
Yeah, beautiful time flying, fishing, golfing, doing the weather occasionally, not bad. This guy, Captain Brian Marcy, that's not him, but it's one of his clients there catching that nice hog snapper, which is quite nice fish there. And on top of that, get a look at that nice spotted sea trout. Patrick Gulliver catching that with Steve Gibson. And then another nice fish of Captain Scott Moore. I believe that's his granddaughter, but that looks like a huge permit that was caught recently as well. It's probably his son in the background. I'm not sure I didn't get the details of it. And get a look at this fish right here. This is a huge fish. As you see, what kind of fish is this?
It's a halibut, 65-pound halibut.
A 65-pound halibut. Where'd you catch it?
Kodiak Island, Alaska.
And what's your name?
Ron.
Ron what?
Ron Doyon.
This is Ron right here. That's a great catch. You know, I heard you caught a lot of fish there, and you're catching fish. You're also looking for your Patriots to win, huh?
Yep, I think the Pats are going to be just fine.
All right, well, good for you. I hope you feel good on Monday.
Thanks, Mike.
One for the thumb, man.
All right,
thanks for the picture.
All right, thank you.
All right, good weather out here. Getting ready for the music to start here. Music on Main at Lakewood Ranch. Some good music and good weather. Back to you guys.
What a life you lead, my friend. Flying, golfing.
I told him last night, I said only Bob will fly across the state before work and give us the forecast via his car. He phoned in the forecast too.
Unbelievable.
He's all over the place. Entertainment news is next.
The official salon of ABC7.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Join us for Sarasota Opera's 2017 Winter Festival, opening February 11th. Featuring Puccini's most famous opera, Madame Butterfly, Rossini's delightful comedy, The Italian Girl in Algiers, Poulenc's heartbreaking Dialogues of the Carmelites, and the medieval thriller, The Love of Three Kings by Italo Montemezzi. Tickets are on sale now. Call 941-328-1300 or visit sarasotaopera.org.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Being pregnant with twins is not stopping Beyonce from performing at the Grammys this year.
The superstar is up for Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Album of the Year, and is leading in nominations with 9. The 59th Annual Grammy Awards airs Sunday, February 12th, and Beyonce posted a surprise pregnancy announcement on Instagram on Wednesday. Michael Bublé says his 3-year-old son Noah has been progressing well during his treatment for cancer. The Canadian singer and his wife releasing a statement today saying doctors are very optimistic about the future of our little boy. The couple says Noah has been brave during the battle and they are inspired by his courage. The family announced Noah's cancer in November, but they did not say what type of cancer he has or when he was diagnosed.
A little girl on the Suncoast's wish come true today to spend the day on the beach with mermaids. The Make-A-Wish Foundation helped make 6-year-old Sophia's dream come true. She was wheeled on to Lido Beach, where 2 mermaid sisters, Charlotte and Sharon, were on the shore. Little Sophia got to spend time playing in the sand and collecting shells with the mermaids. Sophia has leukemia. She was diagnosed in April of last year. Her parents say she is an inspiration and she has taught them to enjoy every moment of every day.
Her facial expression today coming on the beach, the pure excitement, just watching her interact with the 2 mermaids, it just brings such joy to my heart.
This is her dream and her wish is coming true today, and we made it happen for her.
What a fantastic dream come true. Looks like she had a wonderful time with those mermaids on Lido Beach.
And Make-A-Wish, just another in so many, days like this that they've made for children.
Right. I mean, they've flown children all over the world. Whatever their wish is, they make it happen. Yeah.
Awesome. We'll be right back with more news.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.